Hey everyone. Ever wish you could think a little faster on your feet? Like in conversations.
Yeah.
Well, today we're taking a deep dive into talk fast, think faster. We're going to explore some really interesting techniques to sharpen our mental agility.
I like it.
We're talking about feeling more confident in those meetings, or maybe like coming up with a response to a totally unexpected question.
Yeah.
And just generally feeling like your brain is, working at its best.
Awesome.
So what's really fascinating to me is this idea that quick thinking,
Yeah.
it's not just like a magical ability.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, some people are just born with it.
Right.
It's actually a skill that you can develop.
That's right.
It's like learning a musical instrument.
Absolutely.
Or training for a marathon,
Totally.
It's really encouraging, right? Because
Yeah.
you see a lot of successful people, especially those who just seem so sharp, You kind of think, oh, it's just natural talent.
Yeah.
But the Talk Fast, Think Faster episode really debunks that, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The episode actually delves into the neuroscience behind all of it.
Oh, cool.
It explains how our brains are actually wired for speed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's incredible. So it's not really about thinking faster.
Right.
It's more about training ourselves to access and express that information better.
I see.
It's like, clearing the pathways for our thoughts to travel faster.
So it's not even really about thinking faster, it's expressing it faster, too.
Yes, exactly. Articulation is key.
Okay, so if we can train our brains to be more agile, what are some of the things we can do?
Well, they talk about this idea of mental agility training in the episode,
Oh, okay.
and it sounds, pretty intense.
Yeah.
But it's basically like putting your brain through workouts,
Right.
just like at the gym.
Like lifting weights for your brain.
Exactly. Things like improv
Okay.
or brainstorming sessions.
Yeah.
Even word games can help with that.
Oh, I like word games.
Yeah, they're fun
Yeah.
and effective.
But I guess, especially improv would force you to think on your feet, right?
Exactly.
There's no time to overthink.
No.
You just got to go with your gut.
That's right. And that's a really great point.
Oh, good.
Because one of the biggest obstacles to quick thinking is overthinking.
Oh, interesting.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like our brains get stuck trying to craft the perfect response. And then that hesitation, it makes us seem less confident and less articulate.
So how do we break free from that? They talked about the 3-second rule, and it caught my attention.
Yeah.
It sounds almost too simple, but I was intrigued.
It is deceptively simple.
Yeah.
So the idea is
Yeah.
when someone asks you a question,
Mm-hmm.
you start speaking within 3 seconds,
Wow. Okay.
even if you don't have a fully formed answer.
Really?
Yeah. Now, I know that might seem counterintuitive.
Yeah, it does.
Like you're just going to ramble.
Right. Exactly. I'm going to be like, well, that's a great question.
Right.
And then just trail off.
Yeah. But there's a method to this madness.
Okay. Tell me more.
So this technique actually plays on a few psychological principles.
Okay.
First of all, it forces you to overcome that initial hesitation,
Right.
which often comes from a fear of saying the wrong thing.
Right. Yeah.
So by starting to speak, you're basically telling your brain, hey, we're doing this.
We're going for it.
Exactly. And second, it taps into your subconscious mind.
Oh, interesting.
You might be surprised at what comes out when you don't give yourself time to overthink.
You're just trusting your gut.
Exactly. And think about it.
Yeah.
In most conversations, people don't expect these perfectly polished responses.
Right.
In fact, a little bit of spontaneity can make you seem more engaging, more authentic.
Yeah, that's true.
So
it's about pushing past that fear of not having the perfect answer.
Right.
And trusting that you'll find your way
Yeah.
as you speak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, this doesn't mean you should just start rambling incoherently.
Of course not.
There are other techniques that can help you structure your thoughts more effectively.
Okay, so like chunking information.
Yes. Chunking information.
Yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah. Great. So that was a helpful way to
To what?
to organize your thoughts, especially when you're dealing with a lot of information all at once.
Yeah. Okay.
Think of it like packing a suitcase.
Okay.
If you just toss everything in randomly,
Yeah.
it's going to be a mess.
Right.
You might not even be able to close it.
For sure.
But if you pack strategically,
Right.
grouping similar items together using packing cubes, you can fit more in and keep everything organized.
Okay, so we're basically applying that same principle to information.
Exactly.
Instead of trying to remember this long list of facts or points,
Right.
we break them down into smaller, more manageable chunks.
Yes, precisely. And the episode gave a really cool example
Cool.
of how comedians use this technique.
Okay.
They don't memorize their entire routines word for word.
Oh, wow.
They break them down into key elements or bits.
Right.
And this makes it easier to remember and deliver punchlines with perfect timing.
That makes so much sense.
Right.
And it's not just for comedians, is it?
No, not at all.
If you're preparing for, like, a presentation, chunking can help you structure the information.
Absolutely.
So it's easy for you to remember and for the audience to follow.
Exactly. And think about how you could use this in everyday conversations.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Let's say someone asks you about a recent trip you took.
Right.
Instead of trying to recount every single detail, you could chunk the information into categories like highlights, funny moments, or unexpected challenges.
Right.
It helps you tell a more engaging story.
Yeah.
And makes it easier for your listener to follow along.
So it's like we're building this mental toolkit.
Yeah, I love that.
Of techniques.
Exactly.
It's not just being naturally quick-witted.
Right.
It's having strategies to think and communicate better.
Exactly. And remember, these techniques work best when you combine them.
Okay.
So chunking can help you organize your thoughts.
Right.
And the 3-second rule can help you get those thoughts out there quickly and confidently.
Okay, that's starting to click now.
Good.
We've talked about overcoming hesitation, organizing information.
Yeah.
What are some other techniques?
Well, another one that I thought was really interesting was thinking in headlines.
Ooh, thinking in headlines.
Yeah. It's about crafting these concise, impactful statements.
Okay.
That capture the essence of your message.
I see.
Just like a news headline grabs your attention.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
It makes me think of those elevator pitches.
Yeah.
You only have a little bit of time.
Exactly.
To make an impression.
Right.
So you have to be clear and concise.
Absolutely. And this technique is incredibly useful in the professional world.
I bet.
Especially in meetings.
Yeah.
Or presentations.
Yeah, sure.
Imagine, being able to summarize your point in a way that's both memorable and persuasive.
Yeah.
It's a powerful skill.
Okay, I'm sold. Thinking in headlines is a good one. But before we get too carried away with crafting the perfect sound bites, there's another crucial aspect of quick thinking.
Right.
That we can't forget.
Right.
We can get so focused on what we're going to say next that we miss crucial information or fail to truly connect with the person.
You're talking about active listening.
Yes, active listening. Exactly.
Yeah, that's such an important point.
Yeah.
And it actually ties back to what we were saying about overthinking.
Right.
If you're constantly preoccupied with your own response, you're not fully present.
Yeah, you're not really listening.
You're not.
Yeah.
It's like we're so busy rehearsing our lines in our heads. We miss the cues from the other actor.
Exactly. It's not a true dialogue.
Right.
It's two monologues.
I love that analogy.
Happening at the same time.
Yeah. So active listening is about truly absorbing what the other person is saying.
Right.
You're paying attention to their words, their tone, their body language.
And you're not just waiting for your turn to speak. Right.
Exactly. You're processing information, making connections, forming more insightful responses.
Active listening primes your brain for faster thinking.
It does. The more you engage with the other person's ideas, the faster your brain can connect those ideas to your own knowledge and experiences.
So it's not just about being a fast talker, it's being a fast listener, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is, active listening is a skill you can develop with practice.
Right.
Just like you can train your brain to think faster, you can train it to listen more effectively.
Okay. I'm getting the sense that a lot of this just comes down to practice.
Yeah.
Building those mental muscles.
It does.
But I'm curious, is there a connection between what we already know and how fast we can think?
That's a great question.
Does having a broader knowledge base make a difference?
It does. And the episode addresses that.
Oh, cool.
It turns out that the more you know, the faster your brain can retrieve relevant information.
So it's like having a vast library in your mind.
Exactly.
The more books you have on the shelves, the easier it is to find the one you're looking for.
That's a great way to put it. And it's not just about quantity.
Okay.
It's also about diversity.
Oh, interesting.
The more diverse your knowledge base,
the
more connections your brain can make.
I see.
And the more creative and insightful your responses will be.
This makes me think about those people who always have a witty remark.
Yeah.
Or a fascinating fact, like right at their fingertips.
Yeah. Like they have this mental database.
Yeah, they do.
You can access instantly.
That's a great example of how knowledge and experience can fuel quick thinking.
Right, but here's another important factor the episode highlights.
Oh, what's that?
Confidence.
Confidence, okay.
Even if you have all the knowledge in the world, self-doubt can hold you back.
Oh, yeah.
From expressing yourself quickly and effectively.
That's so true. I know, like, for myself, there are times when I know the answer, but I hesitate because I'm not sure if I'm phrasing it right or if it's the right thing to say.
Yeah.
And that hesitation, it makes all the difference.
It does. It makes you seem less sure of yourself.
Right.
Even if you have a brilliant idea.
So how do we build that confidence?
Right.
Is it just fake it till you make it?
Well, there's some truth to that. But it's really about practice.
Okay.
And building those neural pathways.
Right.
The more you practice quick thinking, the more confident you become.
Okay.
And the episode offers some fun and challenging exercises to help you do that.
Oh, let's hear them. I'm ready to put my mental agility to the test.
All right. One that caught my eye was speed debating.
Speed debating. Okay.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Okay.
You're given a random statement.
Right.
And you have 30 seconds to either defend or oppose it.
That sounds intense.
It is. But it's also fun. Like a mental sprint.
Yeah. I like it. It's like a workout for your brain.
It is. Pushing you outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And I bet it helps you get over that fear of being wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
Or not having the perfect answer.
Okay, so speed debating is in our mental gym routine.
Yes.
What other exercises are there?
Another one that sounded really fun was storytelling on the spot.
Oh, storytelling on the spot. Okay.
So someone throws out a random word.
Right.
And you have to create a short story.
Oh, wow.
Based on that word.
Right.
In under a minute.
That's amazing. It reminds me of those improv games where you build a scene.
Yes, exactly.
With your partner.
Yeah.
Based on a suggestion.
Yeah. It's a fantastic way to boost verbal fluency, creativity, and that ability to connect seemingly unrelated ideas. Plus, it's a lot of fun.
I'm already thinking of words to try this with. Okay, so we're building confidence.
Yes.
Getting comfortable thinking on our feet.
Right.
Learning to organize our thoughts. But what about the words themselves?
Yeah.
Is there an art to choosing the right words when you're thinking fast?
That's a brilliant question. And the episode touches on this concept of word economy.
Or word economy, okay.
People who think quickly tend to use precise language.
Right.
Rather than long-winded explanations.
So it's not just about speed.
Yeah.
It's about clarity.
Right.
And impact.
Exactly. Think about it. If you're trying to make a persuasive argument or deliver a memorable presentation, using concise, powerful language is going to be much more effective.
Yeah.
It's like that saying, brevity is the soul of wit.
Right.
Sometimes less is more.
For sure. But even if we have the perfect words all lined up, there's still the matter of delivery.
Absolutely. Even the quickest, most insightful response can fall flat if it's delivered poorly.
Right.
It's like a comedian who has a killer joke.
Right.
But messes up the timing.
Yeah.
Or the punchline.
Yeah.
It's just not going to land.
So it's not just what we say.
No.
It's how we say it.
Exactly.
And that includes, I bet, things like body language and tone of voice.
It does. Confident body language.
Yeah.
Like making eye contact.
Right.
Standing tall.
Yeah.
Using gestures effectively. Those can make your quick responses even more impactful.
I see.
And a well-placed pause can give your words more weight.
Right.
Make you seem more thoughtful.
So to recap, we've got a whole arsenal of techniques.
We do.
From overcoming hesitation to organizing information, choosing the right words, and delivering them with confidence.
Exactly.
This is starting to feel less like some innate talent.
Yes.
And more like, you know, a skill set that you could actually build.
Exactly. That's exactly the takeaway I hope you're getting from this deep dive.
Yeah.
Quick thinking is a muscle you can strengthen with practice.
Okay.
It's about training your brain, expanding your knowledge, building your confidence, and experimenting with these techniques until you find what works best for you.
I'm feeling a lot more empowered already.
Good.
But I gotta admit, trying all these techniques in real life can be a bit daunting.
Yeah.
Where do we even begin?
Right. Well, that's where the Talk Fast, Think Faster podcasts 30-day challenge comes in.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a boot camp for your brain.
I remember them mentioning that.
Yeah.
It sounded pretty intense.
Yeah.
But also super effective.
It is.
How does it work?
So it's all about incorporating these techniques into your daily life. They challenge their listeners to pick one quick thinking technique each day and consciously use it in real life situations.
So like one day you might focus on the 3-second rule when someone asks you a question. And the next day you might try thinking in headlines during a work meeting to make your points more concise and memorable.
Yes. It's about turning these techniques from abstract concepts into actionable habits.
That makes sense. Like any skill, it takes practice.
Yeah.
It does. But I think a lot of people, myself included, might get discouraged if they don't see results right away. It's easy to want to be brilliant from the get-go.
Yeah, it is. That's a common struggle. And the podcast addresses this directly. The key is to focus on progress, not perfection.
Oh, okay.
It's not about being flawlessly quick-witted all the time. It's about noticing those small improvements. Those moments where you feel yourself thinking a little faster, responding a little more confidently.
So it's a journey, not a destination.
I love that.
Yeah, it takes the pressure off.
It does.
It reminds me of learning a new language. You're not going to be fluent overnight. You have to embrace those awkward early stages, the fumbles, the stumbles, knowing that with each attempt, you're getting closer.
That's such a great analogy.
Thanks.
And just like with language learning, the more you immerse yourself in the practice of quick thinking, the more natural it will become. You'll start to notice those techniques popping up organically in your conversations, your meetings, even your day-to-day interactions.
This is making me think about all the different areas of life where quick thinking could be helpful. It's not just about, winning arguments or sounding smart in meetings.
Exactly. It's about navigating those unexpected moments. Those times when you need to think on your feet and make a decision quickly.
Think about a time when you were caught off guard by a tricky question in a job interview. Or you had to come up with a creative solution to a problem at work. Those are the moments when quick thinking can really make a difference.
Absolutely.
Or even in your personal relationships, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes a quick, witty response can diffuse a tense situation.
It can.
Or turn an argument into a playful banter.
Quick thinking is this versatile tool.
It is.
That can help you navigate all sorts of challenges and opportunities.
Okay, I'm convinced.
Good.
It's a skill worth developing.
It is.
And I love that they give us concrete steps to get started. It's not just vague advice like, think faster. They actually give us actionable techniques.
They do.
And exercises we can try.
They do. And they encourage listeners to find what works best for them.
Because not every technique is going to work for every person, right?
Exactly. And that's okay. It's about experimenting, finding your own style, and developing your own mental toolkit.
I like that. That's empowering.
It is.
It's not about following a rigid formula. It's about figuring out what helps you.
Exactly.
Tap into your quick thinking potential.
Absolutely. And as you embark on this journey, remember to be patient with yourself. Embrace the process. And celebrate those small victories along the way.
I like that.
You got this.
And who knows? You might even surprise yourself.
You might.
With how quickly you can learn to talk fast and think faster.
I think you will. Now, before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a final thought-provoking question.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What is it?
Think about all the different skills and hobbies you have. Even the ones that seem totally unrelated to quick thinking. Could any of them actually be contributing to your mental agility?
Oh, that's interesting.
In unexpected ways.
I'm trying to think of some examples. Maybe playing a fast-paced video game.
Yes, exactly.
To make those split-second decisions. Maybe training your brain.
It could.
For quicker thinking.
Absolutely.
Or perhaps you're learning a new language.
Oh, yeah.
The mental flexibility required to switch between languages could also have benefits for quick thinking in general.
This is making me realize that learning is so interconnected.
It is.
The skills we develop in one area can often have these ripple effects.
They do. It's all about those unexpected connections.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that the things we enjoy doing, even if they seem purely recreational, can actually be sharpening our minds in subtle but significant ways.
So I guess the takeaway is quick thinking isn't just about following a set of rules or practicing specific techniques.
Right.
It's about cultivating a curious mind.
Yes.
Embracing new challenges and finding joy in the process of learning and growing.
Absolutely.
It's about recognizing that our brains are these incredible tools.
They are.
And with a little effort.
And exploration.
Yes.
We can unlock their full potential. Beautifully said. And that's what makes this journey so exciting.
Yeah.
There's always more to discover.
Yeah.
More to learn.
Right.
More ways to expand our mental horizons. I love that. So true. You never know where that curiosity will lead you. Okay, so to wrap things up, it seems like quick thinking is about so much more than just speed.
It is.
It's about confidence, clarity, and that ability to make connections and communicate ideas effectively.
Well said.
It's about being present.
Yeah.
Engaged.
Yeah.
And adaptable. In any situation, it's about having the mental agility to navigate those unexpected twists and turns that life throws our way.
And it's a skill that can benefit us in every aspect of our lives.
It can.
From our careers to our relationships and everything in between.
Absolutely. So if you're ready to take your mental agility to the next level, I encourage you to revisit those techniques we discussed. Okay.
Experiment with the 3-second rule. Try thinking in headlines.
Right.
Challenge yourself with a little speed debating.
Okay.
Embrace the challenge.
Yeah.
Have fun with it.
Right.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes along the way.
It's all about progress, not perfection.
Beautifully said. Keep those mental muscles flexed. Keep exploring and keep diving deep into those fascinating topics that spark your curiosity.
Until next time. Yeah, it's like we all have these hidden superpowers, these mental strengths that we've developed through our passions and experiences.
Exactly.
It's just a matter of recognizing them and using them.
And who knows, maybe exploring those connections.
Yeah.
Could even lead you to discover new passions or hidden talents you never even knew you had.
Yeah.
It's all part of this adventure of lifelong learning.
So true. Okay, so to wrap things up, it seems like quick thinking is about so much more than just speed.
It is.
It's about confidence, clarity.
And that ability to connect and communicate ideas effectively.
Well said. It's about being present, engaged, and adaptable.
Yeah.
No matter what the situation is.
Right.
You know, it's about having the mental agility to navigate all those unexpected twists and turns that life throws our way.
And it's a skill that can benefit us in every area of our lives.
It can.
From our careers to our relationships.
Absolutely.
And everything in between.
So if you're ready to take your mental agility to the next level, I encourage you to revisit those techniques we talked about.
Okay.
Experiment with the 3-second rule. Try thinking in headlines. Challenge yourself with some speed debating.
Embrace the challenge.
Yeah.
Have fun with it. And don't be afraid to, mess up along the way.
Right.
It's all about progress, not perfection.
Beautifully said. Keep those mental muscles flexed. Keep exploring.
Yeah.
Keep diving deep into those fascinating topics that spark your curiosity.
Until next time.